Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Pam and this is day 16 of this trailer camper conversion project. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So this is where we left off yesterday. We didn't get to do much because if you guys have been following the episodes, we were running into a lot of obstacles yesterday. And today we plan to finish the front of the trailer, hopefully. We are a little short of supplies, so that's not news. That's been happening. The issue we keep running into is that we plan for things and we try to buy enough materials. However, since this is custom, it's really hard to predict how much materials you actually need. So another thing that stops us, or not stops us but slows us down, is because supply and demand, just the stores don't have some of the materials, so we keep running to different stores for looking for the same thing.
Because the studs were offset here, it ended up warping a little at the top, so it sort of goes from flat down here to like warped in on the far side there. I don't really know how to fix that. I forgot they were offset, so my best guess is going to be to cut a bunch of strapping boards that are of the exact same size. So this one's 36 inches, 3 feet, and create kind of like a custom template for each one to come up here and create like a smooth surface for it to go on. But
so this extension has to be
I think
consistent, right? So
yeah,
that's where it will lie. So this one would come out more, and then as you go up, it will recede. Is that the idea?
Kind of the opposite. That it would be equidistant all the way up, because theoretically, hopefully, this distance should be the same, whereas this angle might change. So for example, over here 36 inches might, well, again, see, that comes way out, so I guess I'm still figuring this out, because that's way further out than I thought it would be.
I see what you mean. Like the actual front, like this is lopsided, so it angles out this way, huh?
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
This side is way further
more
back.
in, and then this one is out. Yeah.
Maybe it is off by that much, though. Maybe.
Yeah.
What ended up happening was I had offset the studs because of the way that the strong ties just fit on the bottom rail, and I thought, oh, I'll remember that, and I'll put in some scabbing to adjust, and then
we forgot.
Completely forgot until the whole set of boards was on, and I got up on the roof and realized it was at a crazy angle. So I think what I'm going to do is try this out. I'll cut a pair of these and just see how it looks. The other consideration I have, if I could go back in time, is I would have created a little nook in there for this jack, because I always knew I wanted to put this jack on here. Plus the other one, there's no room to turn it now, because this is the center of the jack, so when you're trying to turn it, you can only turn it and then you have to let go of it. And so I would have created a little nook there, but it's way too late to do that. Way too late. So this is already touching right here, which I think means that any adjustments I do pretty much have to start here. I can adjust whatever I want up above this, but I think behind this, I'm just going to have to put a diamond plate and be done, because there's literally no room. It's already touching, so it's going to have to be the thinnest diamond plate I can find, which our big box hardware store has some. But other than that, I think I'm just going to cut a couple of these boards and just see how it looks and try to do it that way. So, see how it goes.
So while Kyle is working on the front of the trailer, I'm going to try to run some wires inside the camper. Kyle explained it to me earlier, but I already forgot. So he's just giving me instructions and I'm doing it. Kyle had to drill new holes because it won't fit all the, it's a very thick gauge wire bundle, so you can't fit multiple ones in the primary holes that he drilled. So I think we're gonna try with the second hole, which is slightly bigger, and if it's not enough, we'll have to drill a third one. Hopefully not. We try to minimize how many holes we drill because it affects the integrity of the beam. Okay, I'm done with the first set of wiring here. What's next?
So now we need 12 twos run from this junction box over to here. So 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. And that delivers the power over here before it goes into the switch. And then we'll need 12 twos run also from this junction box to that outlet and that outlet over there. And then we'll have to run 12 twos from these switches to where they're going to go, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I think for now we should run the 12 twos over here and to those. Now, for those playing along at home, you would think that unreinforced 12-2 would be cheaper than continuous sheathed metal 12-2. The Armorlite that comes with the conduit, it was less than half the price to get the one with the conduit. So explain to me how that makes sense. I have no idea. But the reason I'm saying it is I'm probably gonna have to go around and drill a bunch more holes because now it's got conduit and it's much bigger. So we'll just have to see how it plays out with Pam.
Yeah, I think you do need to drill holes because there's no more room. The wires, the 12-2 wires are too thick to get into
the wires
those.
it takes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, because I don't think we're even gonna. I think you could probably get one more 12-3 through here, but I don't think you could get a single conduited 12-2.
Yeah. I saw the gauge. It's too much.
In fact, we have a blank hole over here that I drilled, a later one that's bigger. So what I'll do is I will test it, and we may only be able to get one piece of conduit through there, so I might have to go around and drill 3 sets of holes, or 5 sets of holes actually. So, gosh. All right, well, it is what it is, I guess.
Let's see how the outside's looking.
This creates just a flat surface for this to ride on. Like I said, this side got pulled back significantly. You can see all this space compared to this space over here. Ridiculous. It's because the studs weren't aligned. So I've gone through and I put these boards in. This should give us a pretty flat surface to work with, flat and even. I ran into a little bit of a snag up there, and silly me, I tried to power through it and scab in a few pieces, and it just ended up being kind of crappy. So that top one, I haven't figured out. We'll probably just shim it, but yeah. So this is basically done. Down here, I think this is I'm gonna put some of that gutter guard stuff, or what do you call it, the ridge guard stuff in here, and this will be the bottom of the wood right here. And then I think from here down to the bottom is just going to be thin gauge diamond plate because there's just literally no room for anything else. So. How's that going?
I'm getting used to how it's metal, or what is that? It's not metal, is it?
It is. It's metal braiding. They call it conduit.
It's harder to work with.
It makes it more rigid.
Yeah.
So quick recap of Pam's awesome electric work. Over there we have 4 switches. The first will be the main runner lights on the inside, so the main lights of the interior. The second will be the exhaust fan light. The third will be the exhaust fan. And then the fourth will be the light in the bathroom. All of those switches are 3-way switches with the ones on the back wall, so that means those 4 devices can be operated from either switch without interfering with the other switch. So that's the other 4 switches there. So things that are left to do on the electrical, we need to run the wires from the final switch to the actual devices. So running a wire, actually 2 wires from the switches up to the light and the fan. We'll run some stringer lines along each side connected to each other for the lights, so we can drill holes and put the lights up and just grab the wire and wire it up wherever we want. Need to put in the bathroom light and need to put in the external connections. And at some point I might put in a switch for the water pump as well too, but that's TBD. So good thing that we bought 250 feet of electrical line, so because this is about half the work. So yeah, and then after that we'll have to do the actual switches themselves, but that's pretty quick once you know what you're doing. That's pretty
But
quick.
right now we should move back to the outside of the camper and finish that up before we lose more daylight.
Well, it's still nice out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Do we have enough boards to finish this?
As it turns out, no. We have enough for the lower half of each one of these diagonal sections, but not the upper half. So
Let's do that now anyway.
I'm going to do the lower half, absolutely. The only thing I was going to see is if that last scrap was wide enough to do the front.
Yeah, let's check. Oh, it's just shy of a couple inches.
We are going to put some flashing here, so
okay.
if it was anywhere else I would do it, but the thing is, imagine
That's
this.
the front.
So imagine, okay, we covered it up with some flashing. You're going down the road and a rock hits it. Instead of just slightly denting it and blowing off because there's plywood here, it will instead dent it, like really dent it, because there's nothing behind it. So I know it's unfortunate, but
Job well done today. We got a lot done. We just ran out of materials, but we got most of the sidings taken care of, and inside most of the wiring taken care of. I would say most, actually half of the wiring taken care of, because we still have to staple those. It looks like a mess right now.
well, it was a great day. We got a lot done. Ton of wiring run by Pam, and she did an amazing job. A lot of siding done, and we're pretty close to being ready to stop all this and start working on the doors. And once we get the doors in and all sealed up, then this thing can really start to come together on the inside. It'll be good to have the outside done. So it's getting dark, it's getting windy, it's getting really windy, it's getting cold, so I think this is the perfect time to move all this stuff out of the camper and go to Home Depot and fill this thing up. So
Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and catch us next time, next Wednesday, for the next episode of the trailer camper project series. And don't forget to leave comments. Ride safe, everybody.
See ya.
Bye. We actually can't haul this trailer today because we still have to cut the sides, otherwise we can't put the wheels back on. So since there's still some light out, that's what we're gonna attempt to do. That's the next step. Typically, when you want to carve a wheel well, it's the shape of half a wheel. However, Kyle told me that it's really hard to cut a perfect half circle with wood. So we're just gonna do kind of a straight and a slant. So we figured we'll give it this much space from the actual wheel in case we want to for suspension travel, and also in case we want to upgrade our wheel to a bigger wheel for off-roading.